All right, looking at semifinal 4, we have the second match between the number 2 and 3 Alliance. Sergio, how is Blue Alliance going to come back on this one?
Yeah, so I think Blue Alliance is a little outmatched on the scale, but I think if the Bit Buckets and Coyotes if the Coyotes and the Bit Buckets can kind of just improve on what they did before, they were pretty close last match, and I think with just being a little more slick, they'll be able to take over the scale.
Yeah, especially if they get an early lead on it. And I think that's really the key. Whoever can get that advantage first can go ahead and do other parts of the game.
Yeah, and 50-59 just needs to keep doing their thing. They're a great vault robot, a great switch bot, so as long as they keep doing that, as long as the scale goes in their favor, they could really turn around.
Yeah, so we'll take it back down to the field.
Getting ready for semifinal match number 4. Our first Red Alliance, it's 2403.
Hailing from Mesa, Arizona, Red Mountain High School, it's Plasma Robotics.
In the middle lane, our Alliance captain, it's team number 4146.
This team hails from Saguaro High School in Scottsdale. It's the Sabercats.
And our final Red Alliance, team number 2486.
From Flagstaff, home of one of our regionals, from Coconino High School, it's the Coconuts.
On the Blue Alliance, our first team, it's number 4183.
From Tucson City High School, please welcome once again the Bit Buckets.
In the middle lane, we have team number 4565.
From the Skyline High School in Mesa, Arizona, please welcome the Skyline Robotics team.
Our final Blue Alliance, team number 5059.
Hailing from Globe, Arizona, with students from Globe High School, it's the Midnight Cicadas.
All right, got 2 thumbs up, 1 green light. Driver step behind the line. Let's count it down in 3, 2, 1, power up.
Semi-final 2, match number 2 is underway. Blue Alliance, all 3 robots moving across, taking control of their switch. Red Alliance doing the same. Looks like we're going to be all knotted up here as we enter teleoperated. Students now in control of their robots. Teams all tied up. Red Alliance, 41-46. Sabercats going high for Red Alliance. Bit Buckets bringing it back to neutral. That's the scale that is. Red Alliance now planting the double over there. 24-03. Working with the Sabercats, Coconuts feeding those power cubes into their human players. Red Alliance has the scale and their switch. Blue Alliance has their switch. Coconuts continue to feed those power cubes into the human players. as the alliance partners, SaberCats and Plasma, continue to fill that scale up on the Red Alliance side. Skyline Robotics going up high, trying to score on that scale. Oh, 41.83. Almost found out that their center of gravity was just a little too high, but able to save it. 60 seconds remaining. Semifinal 2, match number 2. It's still anybody's match. Red Alliance out in front right now. Red Alliance has played their boost. Blue Alliance has played their boost, their levitate, and their force power-ups. Red Alliance now trying to take control of the blue switch. We are in the end game. 45-65. Skyline Robotics getting that hook in place. They're hooked up, ready to climb for blue. SaberCats giving the Red Alliance team a heart attack as they almost tip over. We're down to 10 seconds. Skyline going for the climb, and they're up. 3, 2, 1, and time expires. Semifinal 2, match 2 is in the books. We'll have your final score in just a moment. And with the results of that last match, the Red Alliance wins. Alliance number 2, Red Alliance 422, Blue Alliance 273. Red Alliance moves on to the finals. Once again, let's have a round of applause for our Blue Alliance, our third seeded alliance. Team number 4183, the Bit Buckets. Team number 4565, Skyline Robotics. And team number 5059, the Midnight Cicadas. Once again, we want to remind all the teams.
All right, pretty impressive showing by the Blue Alliance. They did do the double scale as they should have in match number 1, but it just wasn't quite enough. Some missed drops in the middle of the match really cost them the scale, and they weren't ever able to really take the scale.
Yeah, the match was a lot closer than match number 1. The beginning of the match wasn't overtaken by the Red Alliance that was shown in the first match. They were actually able to keep it pretty close. They were able to keep control of their switch, which they weren't able to do the last match. Just around the midway point, they just weren't able to recover from the scale, and that ended up just being the end of the match.
Yeah, I mean, in order to win, you either got to dominate the switches or take the scale for some amount of time and then play power-ups strategically and figure out a way to get more points than the other alliance. But Red Alliance taking it to them, so that looks like we'll have number 1 alliance versus the number 2 alliance in the finals.
Yeah, and a big shout out to 4146's driver for not letting the robot tip over. That's a pretty hard thing to do. Once a robot's about to tip over, you got to be really finesse and precise to put it back on. So it's a good thing that he was able to do that.
Yeah, 4146 stayed calm even though they were about to tip, and they're able to hang in there.
Yeah,
literally.
All right, everybody. Appreciate it. Come down. Hey, Macarena. I'm ahead.
3 minutes remaining in this timeout. 3 minutes remaining. Two minutes remaining in this timeout. If we have a member of 2647, team 2647, if you're still here, if you could please come to the scorers table. A member from 2647 to the score table, please. Also, we want to make sure and remind everybody to please return your safety glasses if you borrowed them. They're the ones with the pink arms.
Welcome back to the AZ First State Championships, sponsored by Safety Foundation. As we look towards match number, or the final, number one, we have the number one alliance versus the number two alliance. How is this going to play out?
So I think the number two alliance is a really well-rounded alliance. Every robot there is capable of making a cube on the scale. I can't say that necessarily about the first seed alliance. They do, each robot has their specialties, and I'm sure they'll be able to. But the second alliance just seems a lot more well-rounded.
Yeah, I would say that. Number two alliance does have a robot that's capable of doing the scale as a third robot, which is 2486 Coconuts. So, Blue Alliance might try to do a triple scale strategy, and that might throw Red Alliance off the game. So we'll have to see. I think it's going to be a close match either way. Both alliances have a lot of scale and switch firepower. It's just depending on who's going to execute better.
Yeah, the Red Alliance will come out a little in favor if 842 can get their autonomous to work as they used to, because just having an advantage after the autonomous on the scale is huge, especially for the Red Alliance, just because they've never had to face a team that's had as many scalers on the other team as the current Blue Alliance does. So coming out ahead after autonomous is very high priority for the Red Alliance.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing to note is scale battle. So both the number one and number two alliance didn't have too big of a fight on the scale. They've never had it turned against them at the score on. So we'll see if a tilted scale will throw some of these alliances off their game.
Team number 2403.
Looks like the timeout is over. Teams are getting ready to place on the field, so we'll go back to the field.
86 on the Blue Alliance side of the field. Teams, go ahead and load in on the field.